Now, you may believe that productivity is all about how to do the most amount of things in the least amount of time. But what if I told you that sometimes we need to do less in order to do more? Not sure how to do that or what that even means? Well, stay tuned for the rest of this episode.
Welcome to the Do More, Stress Less podcast. I'm your host, Alexis Hasselberger, a time management and productivity coach. In every episode, I give you actionable, practical tips to help you learn to use your time in a way that feels good to you every day. No more hustling, scrambling, or struggling to keep your head above water. So let's dive in, and soon enough, you'll be doing more and stressing less.
If you've been around here a while, you've no doubt heard me talking about the power of task systems. Remember, a task system is more than a list. And there's actually a very simple tactic that you can employ to make your task system more manageable. Here's what it is. Try a stop doing list, or rather, take a look at your task system through the lens of stop doing. Because I guarantee you that not everything on your list needs to be done by you. And it's very likely that there's stuff on there that doesn't need to be done at all. Now, what is a stop doing list or a stop doing lens? Well, it's a list of things you're going to stop doing, of course, or maybe that you haven't done or you're not going to do at all. Here's how you do it. So first, you're going to go grab your task system and start looking for stuff that doesn't actually need to be done. Seriously, I want you to be ruthless here. Look for the aspirational stuff. Look for the someday maybe stuff and put all that stuff in its own bucket. It can still live in your task system. You can tag it separately. You can, put it in its own place, but basically put it in its own bucket so that it doesn't clog up the works of your actual task system. And then with what's left in your task system, I want you to ask yourself if there's anyone other than you to whom you could delegate it or outsource any of these must be done tasks or projects. Because just because it has to be done, right, it doesn't mean it has to be done by you. You still might be overloading yourself. Then I want you to get to delegating or to outsourcing. Trust me, this is a little bit addictive once you get started. Now, you might be sitting here thinking, but I don't want to remove all that stuff from my list. I want to do that stuff. I put that stuff on my list for a reason. And yes, I know, I get it. I also want to do all that stuff on my someday maybe list. The problem is there's too much of it. I have 500 plus things on my someday maybe list. I'm not going to get them all done in the immediate future. So here's the thing. You can do that stuff. You can do all that stuff if you want to in good time. But you are going to feel a whole lot better about all of this if you're more intentional about it. And if you're not trying to fool yourself into thinking that you can do it all right now, today, or this week. So every once in a while, heck, you can even put it on a regular schedule if you want. I have a recurring task in my task system that tells me to check these someday maybes. You can go ahead and look at these aspirational tasks, these someday maybe tasks, and you can pull them in to your actual task list when you're ready to actually devote time to the thing. When you've decided that, yes, you are going to do it. Yes, you want to devote time to it. Great. Pull it back into your task list. This will feel a whole lot better than looking at all this stuff every day and feeling bad that you're not doing it or that you're not doing it faster, right? Look, you can't do it all right now. No one can. But you can figure out a way to get done what needs to get done so that you have more time to do all of that stuff that you actually want to do. I promise.
And that's a wrap on today's episode of the Do More, Stress Less podcast. If you found today's episode helpful, please share it with somebody who could use a little less stress in their life. And make sure you subscribe so you never miss an episode. And if you're excited to take action or you need a little extra support, check out the free resources available on my website or schedule a free consultation call with me. You can do both of these at alexishasselberger.com. See you next time.